This week's episode of the Living Outrageously podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. For a 100% free audiobook of your choice, visit audibletrial.com/LOP.
Dudes, welcome to the Living Outrageously podcast. This is the show where we teach you how to stop living a boring life and start living outrageously. My name's Dave Thompson, that is Matt the freaking man Kelly, and this is the show where we teach you the psychology of success, but only for those people that want to step up and take that outrageous life that is there for them. Matt the man, what's going on, brother? How are you up there in sunny Queensland?
Dave Thompson, I'm doing very, very well. Now, once again, your surroundings are a little bit different. You're looking very static today. You're not moving too much. What's going on?
Mate, I've had to move from Melbourne down to Sydney for the beach handball camp, and I'm actually staying with my nana at the moment. And as old as her 80-odd years would be, it also seems her internet connection is that old and is incapable of delivering the bandwidth that we need for the podcast. So unfortunately today, well, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how the viewers see it, I'm on audio only today.
That's all right, Dave. I think we'll spice it up a bit, throw in some photos. It will be like you are still here with us in video form, and that is all good.
I can't wait to see what you put up, Matt Kelly. I'm pretty sure you're going to flash up some funky images of me throughout the podcast.
I'm going to find the best photos of Dave Thompson I have in my possession or that exist online on Facebook, and I will plaster them everywhere. It will be hilarious.
Please don't put any nude photos. That would be...
I don't know if I have any nude photos in my possession. If I do, we'll just blur. It'll be sweet. Don't worry about it. We'll be all
right, very good, very good. Matt Kelly, today we have such an important episode, man. Today is all about owning your own personal breakthrough. How do you create a breakthrough and how do you own it so that you come through the other side with that outrageous life that you want? Matt Kelly, man, you can't see me, but I'm blowing up right here. This is going to be a massive episode. I just cannot wait.
Oh, I know. Listen, this is huge. Breakthroughs. Are you kidding me? Breakthroughs. Breakthroughs are the single most important thing that can happen to you. That breakthrough is that point in time where you realize that everything is about to change. That is massive. You can trigger it, and we'll talk about that in a second. But first, Dave, let's talk about Audible.
Yes, very quickly, Matt Kelly. Audible is our sponsor, and man, if you want that outrageous life, you got to go out there and get educated. We say it every single time. Fill your brain with good shit. Audible has good shit. Go out and get yourself a book. This week, our book tip, Matt Kelly, is to go out and get Delivering Happiness by Tony Hsieh.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? What a legend Tony Hsieh is. CEO and founder of Zappos.
Man, he is the guy, you know, the summary of his story, he was working in a shitty corporate job, hated it, said fuck that, quit, started a web design company. It didn't do very well. Yep. He quit that, said fuck that, started another company. It did really well, but he hated the culture there.
Yep.
He sold it, started a company called Zappos, right? Selling shoes online when all looked lost, when people laughed at him for starting that industry, when people said, man, what are you doing? Like, you're an idiot. He sold his house and then he sold his investment property. Man, they were struggling to make payroll week after week, month after month, but he kept going. And then you know what? He had his own freaking breakthrough. Amazon paid him $1 billion for the company. Boom.
And you know, that guy, even now, he's still innovating. He remains the CEO of the company. He's still building it to epic lengths. They've implemented some super cool strategies. And he's actually like got this whole massive vision to rebuild, to redesign an entrepreneur community in Las Vegas. Like, mate, amazing.
Massive respect for the man, Tony Hsieh. For years in a row, Zappos was on the edge, like one missed payment away from going down, and he held on. Like, man, that is living outrageously.
Sure.
That really is living outrageously. Go to, what's the website?
Okay, so David, this is the craziest part. You can get this book for free in audiobook format by going to www.audibletrial.com/LOP. You saw the link at the start. It's AUDIBLE trial.com/LOP. Get it for free by registering your details right there on the homepage. Go into the site, find the book, download it, listen to it, and you'll become 10% smarter instantly.
Man, how can you lose? We give you a free damn book. Matt Kelly, are you on a mobile mic tonight?
I'll tell you what. So there's a couple of things going on here, Dave. I'm thrown off completely. Usually I can see you right in front of me. So first of all, I cannot see you. Second of all, I'm on a mobile microphone. We're being powered by a MacBook Air. I've got a tripod in front of me with the camera mounted on the tripod. Because guess what? This is going to be a little thing I mentioned later on, but I'm actually going over to America next week.
Yes.
For South by Southwest. So I thought it would be pretty irresponsible to go over there and not have done a full test run through with all the hardware. So I'm giving it a go. It's really difficult because I'm literally sitting here just staring at a black camera instead of actually seeing you bouncing around the screen in front of me. So I'm just going to go with it. If it works, cool. If it doesn't work, that's okay. We'll refine it and keep going because that's what we do.
That is outrageous, Matt Kelly. Feel the fear and do it anyway. And you know what? You can just imagine what my face is looking like right now.
Oh, I mean, you're sitting there just laughing. I know exactly what you're doing. You're blowing up every 2 seconds. You're laughing. Your arms are being waving around in your like little grandmother's room. There, she's probably trying to sleep. It's late at night.
Man, she is trying to sleep. It's pretty damn late. We've been doing stuff all day, and yeah, so. You're not going to get the 50 billion decibels that you normally get out of me, I think. But
that's all right. It'll be quiet intensity. I'm feeling it.
All right, Matt Kelly, we got shout-outs.
Before we start, let's do some shout-outs, Dave. So I'm just sitting here checking the email. You can see this is a bit different from usual. I'm checking the iPhone for the email because I can't see the MacBook because you're up here. So we've got a couple of emails this week. One from Connor the Hunter. Guess what, Dave? I don't know if you've seen this in the Gmail.
I did. He sent us another fable.
Another fable. Connor, the freaking story writer. Are you kidding me? Connor is writing story after story here. I can't call it a story. A story is the biggest understatement. These are like works of art that he's writing.
They're like? You know what they're like, Matt Kelly? You know those stories that they tell kids and then it's like the moral of the story is this?
Yes.
And they're really, really profound. Like when you're 4 years old, you hear the story and you're like, wow.
Yep.
That's profound. Well, his stories are like that, but for adults.
Yep. And the profound bit at the end is basically live outrageously. Like, what? It's amazing.
That's sick. That's sick.
Excuse me, Dave. I've got a bit of a cold going on.
Don't die, Matt Kelly. Don't die.
Hey, we got through it with you a couple of weeks ago. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Who's up now?
So the Hunter, thank you. Over to Alexandra. We've got a couple of emails from her. Thanks, Alexandra. Keep living that outrageous life. And to Colin, right? Colin sent us an email a couple of weeks ago about starting his own podcast. So we gave him a few tips about how we've done it, and really, like, all you got to do is go back and watch the past episode. We pretty much tell you exactly how we've done it. No secrets here. So, so Colin, rock on, build your podcast, get your blog going, and man, make it happen. Dave, do you want me to flick over to Facebook just quickly?
Yeah, man. I was checking out the Facebook this week. I didn't have a big chance to get in there and get active myself, but I saw that we asked if anyone knew how to create our Living Outrageously Wikipedia page, and Roxanne comes to the party.
Roxanne's helping us out. So listen, if you've got like the verified or the approved Wikipedia login details and you want to help us out, I think Dave, correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't like the idea of creating my own Wikipedia page.
What, a Matt Kelly page?
No. Like I feel like it would be a bit strange if I went into Wikipedia and created the Living Outrageously one. I feel like Wikipedia is like a collaborative environment where we sort of all go in there together and whatever. And I'm getting this feeling of a little bit of like, hate to say this, like arrogance if I go in there myself and create it. Do you know what I mean?
But all right, to that, Matt Kelly, I would say the only way to predict the future is to create it.
Create the future. That is a very good point. Dave, I want to ask, if anyone out there wants to help us out and help us with the page, we'll all get in there and collaborate together. Why not? So yeah, exactly. Roxanne's dropped a link there. We will definitely check that out, Roxanne. Thank you. Listen, the usual suspects. Jerry, once again, Jerry's jungle on fire. Jerry's hitting us up. Where's with his wave pool? Amazing.
Did you see Eric's Aerodome?
Eric is on fire. Once again, Eric is just blowing stuff up.
Did you see that photo?
Yeah, man, that was huge. It was huge.
He's knee deep in powder.
He is absolutely. Eric, that is an amazing photo. Listen, I'm going to smash through this, Dave. Michael, awesome. He posted a photo of a license plate he saw when he was driving that says loving life, sort of. But he posted it because it had the LO at the start, and he was like, I saw LO and immediately LOP. Awesome. Ivana, She's got her website live. She's on version 2. She wants to get the version 3 of her website. Make it, blow it up, make it huge.
Rock on.
She's actually out there. She's like, hey, can you guys help me make some recommendations for the web development? I was like, yes, we can help you with that. Awesome. Eric Svensson once again doing it, just kicking big goals. Jennifer Bell came in and said that she loves what we're doing and that we're very inspirational. Thank you, Jennifer. Man, Connor the Hunter, Mike, once again, man, this is huge. How good is this community? How good is this community?
Man. Rock on, rock on. And guess what, Matt Kelly? Stick around to the end of the episode, and I quite possibly have the single largest, biggest, most extravagant, most extraordinary of all time quick tip that will blow you through to your breakthrough and through to living outrageously, but I can't say anything more.
No. That's to the end. That's Dave's quick tip. We do not do quick tips at the start of the episode, Dave. That would be confusing. And we don't want to confuse people because we want to create breakthroughs.
That's it.
Let's do it. Let's create some breakthroughs right now.
All right, Matt Kelly. So, what is a breakthrough? Well, a breakthrough is a moment in time when the impossible becomes possible.
Yep.
All right? When that little door opens and something in your brain just says, wow, maybe I can do that. All right? Now, what we're doing today is when that little door opens, when that hoop opens, you've got to own it. You've got to go charge through with the samurai sword. That opening, that is the call to the samurai.
Yeah.
To jump through, to hold onto your panties and go through with everything you've got, because if you don't own that breakthrough, it's going to close. You're going to miss your opportunity. You're going to be back to square one, back with the sloth. Living outrageously just becomes, again, a far-off dream.
Yeah, Dave, listen, there's varying stages of this process, but the big thing to remember here is when this opportunity presents itself, when there's a chance for a breakthrough to occur, you know it. You see it. You're literally looking at the opportunity and assessing it in your head, right? And you either take it or you don't. Okay, now if this is the breakthrough you need, if this is that giant step that you want to take, and here's this opportunity that's created itself, and you don't take it, man, you can miss that completely and go right back to step one and have to fight the sloth again to get to that point. So it's really, really important that you don't underestimate the power of the breakthrough and creating your own breakthroughs ultimately.
That's what it's all about, Matt Kelly. That's what we're going to do today, is we're going to show people how to create their own breakthrough.
Yeah.
So they're going through life just boom, boom, boom,
yeah.
boom, boom, boom. And so if you hit that many breakthroughs in a row, it becomes conditioned into your nervous system. What? That's how I roll. That's how we do this.
Yeah.
I have a breakthrough every single freaking day. That's what I do.
Yeah.
It's like the sloth doesn't even get a chance. Man. I'm taking him down, Matt Kelly.
We need to do this.
We need to do this.
We need to do this.
I want to re-emphasize why it's so important.
Yeah.
Owning your own breakthrough and creating your own breakthrough is the ultimate power, man. Yeah. It's what separates the people that do from the people that talk. Are you going to be that person that sits in the comfortable job with the comfortable salary, addicted to the monthly salary, you've got the health insurance, you're never totally happy, but you're never totally in pain either? Well, guess what? You're never going to be totally skiing waist deep in powder, or you're never going to be sipping pina colada in Tahiti.
Man, it's a very passive life to sit there and not take the action when you know the action needs to be taken. So it's like you take it or you don't. If you want to live the dream, if you want to live that ideal life that you've mapped out based on past episodes, if you haven't seen that, go back, because that's crucial here. If you want to live that ideal life, if you want that ideal day, if you know where you want to be and what you want to be doing, why aren't you doing it? Like this, take action when a breakthrough presents itself for you, and you will be there and you will be living that dream.
And if you don't take the breakthrough when it's there for you, you will die a spiritual and emotional death.
Yeah, that's it. The sloth will literally take you and kill you.
The sloth will, I could not have put it better, Matt Kelly. Your wife will not love you as much.
Ooh,
your relationship with your kids will go down. You're going to become more unhappy in your job. Your finances are going to turn to shit. You're not living outrageously. You're not sipping pina colada in Tahiti.
You're gone.
In my mind, there's only one option, And that option is to jump through the hoop with everything you've got yelling, "Yeah, freaking hard!" all day, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. And you know what? The pain on your face when you see your mates, when you see other people in the LOP community owning their own breakthroughs.
Oh, isn't that huge? Like,
man, this is massive. I'll tell you a story. The first world record that you got, right? When you broke through to win that, to get that world record.
It was a pretty embarrassing world record, but that's a conversation for another day, Dave.
It doesn't matter. You got the world record. Remember that conversation, man. This was it. This was my break. This was your breakthrough. This was my breakthrough.
Hey, Dave, you won't believe this. Guess what?
What?
Hey, Dave, I'm pretty sure I just got a world record.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I just got the email. I got the email from Dan Rollman, founder of recordsetter.com. Yeah, I got the email.
Oh.
Yeah, they approved my world record.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so awesome. Man, when I got that call, do you know how internally psycho I went? I was like, man, you just got this breakthrough? What? What?
Yeah.
I am the hustler here. I am the hustler. I make shit happen, and you just made shit happen. And you know what? You know what happened? 2 weeks later, I had a world record.
Yeah.
You see other people getting breakthroughs, making the breakthroughs, forces you to step up.
Nothing motivates you stronger than seeing someone else get what you want. And guess what? You can be that influencer. You can be the person getting what they want and helping everyone around you get it too. By taking the step, by taking the breakthroughs every time they present themselves and making them yours, owning them.
You know what I'd love? You know what I'd love, Matt Kelly? And you know what I think some podcast viewers would potentially be thinking to themselves right now? Right? Clearly, Connor the Hunter is having some massive personal breakthroughs right now.
Yeah.
Damn, he's written 2 fables in the last 5 days.
Yeah.
All right?
Amazing.
People are making websites. People are starting networking groups. If you're in the LOP community and you see that happen, what do you say to yourself? Well, you know what? If I was in the LOP community, you know what I'd be saying to myself? I'd be like, damn, I want a piece of that.
Guess what? Just here's something to the community, right? I don't think you guys realize the impact you have on us, because when we see you guys doing stuff, it actually gets us thinking about the future of the LOP constantly. The stuff we've got planned is pretty ambitious. It hasn't really been done with podcasts before. I can honestly say that. Some of the plans we've got, Dave, like, it's pretty leading stuff, and it's stuff that we're taking chances, but we see this massive opportunity because everyone else is out there doing things.
Matt Kelly, and well, let's just say, let's wait for the quick tip. And let's just say that I am super duper mega excited to see what sort of crazy locations you pull at South by.
Oh, listen, my if this rig here works out okay, I wish I could take a photo. It looks like I'm talking into like a giant robot here.
I love it that you call it the rig.
Yeah, well, man, I've got attachments everywhere. I've got trust me, it is a rig. If this goes to plan, I plan on podcasting for some outrageous places. Eric Svensson, by the way.
Yes.
Eric and I are going to hang out in Arizona and potentially podcast from some really crazy places.
Yeah, well, you know what's going to happen as soon as that happens? I'm taking my podcast to some... I don't even know where.
No, it'll be at the top of a mountain somewhere, Dave. But guess what? You'll have to improve your internet capabilities by then, because you're in Sydney, Australia, and you can't get a solid internet connection.
In my defence, I am in an ancient street.
That's true. No, we cannot. Hey, listen, Dave, you're here.
I'm here, man. I made it happen. I made it happen.
That's
I made it happen.
That's right. Hey, Dave, let's talk about breakthroughs, man.
All right. So I think it's pretty clear. Why owning your breakthroughs is so important, because the simple answer is, if you don't own your breakthrough, the opportunity closes, the sloth takes you over, your life turns to shit, and the opportunity to live outrageously dissipates. You got to go back to square one.
Yeah.
So, Matt Kelly, let's look at the chemistry of how a breakthrough is created.
Yeah, let's do it. Man, how exciting is this? All right, so we're going to literally learn right now. These are the steps that occur. These are the steps that happen that triggers that triggers a breakthrough, that forces a breakthrough to happen. Let's do it.
Okay. This is awesome. And as what I want podcast viewers to do is, as we go through this, try and identify where each of these parts fit into your particular situation. So the first step in the chemistry of a breakthrough, in how to create a breakthrough, is you hit that point of satiation. All right? It's like it's the point where there's nothing seriously wrong, but you feel like what you're doing is not enough.
You're looking for answers there, Dave. You're like, well, something here's not right. What is missing from this equation right now?
It's a feeling of unease. It's like, yeah, it's okay, but it's not great. It's like going to the seafood buffet and having lobster for, as good as a wicket. You might be on something really good. I don't know. Whatever you're doing now, it might be awesome. If you're having prime rib and lobster every single night, there's going to reach a point where you're like, damn, this isn't much chop,
Yeah.
I'm sick of this. Like, it's good, but I want something more, man.
Yeah.
I want some fruits.
Yeah. Dave,
I want some vegetables. I want some desserts.
One might argue, now, you're a pretty keen fisherman, but if someone said to you, Dave, you have to fish 8 hours a day, every single day, what would happen?
I've done, you know what? I've done that. And I've done that for like 4, 5, 6 days at a time. And
you've got to the point where you're like, whoa, this is like, it's lost that edge because it becomes normal.
And you know what I ask myself? I'm like, how can I get my kicks some other way?
Yeah, there you go.
I start looking for answers.
Yep.
You might be in that situation in your job, right? It might not be, it might have been a good job at the start. Matt Kelly, come in.
Excuse me.
Are you alive?
I'm alive. I'm good. I'm dying here. I've got my medication. I'll be fine. Let's keep going. Keep going. You'll be in your job, Dave. What were you going to say?
I salute you, Matt Kelly. I salute you. Imagine me doing a salute, because that's actually what I'm doing now. Anyway, so you could be at this point in your job. It might have started out a great job. You might have seen the opportunity that's there for you in the future, but now you've reached a stage where it's so mundane. You're just sitting there like shuffling paper, and you're like, what? What am I doing? Is there something better? I liked the income to start with. It was safe. I got the health insurance. I like that.
Yeah.
But now maybe you start to look for the answers, and you've hooked into the LOP, and you're like, what? There's people snowboarding and climbing mountains and writing fables and creating their own Wikipedia page. Like, what? What? Why am I shuffling paper? I want a piece of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first step, is you get satiated.
Yeah, you're at the point. Yeah, it's as simple as you're living your life. It's okay, but you've started to realize there's something else out there. So step 2, Dave.
Absolutely. Step 2 is when the dissatisfaction steps in. Yeah. It's when the pain starts to amp up. What used to be pleasurable starts to become painful.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, Monday morning, it's coming around again. All right, I've got to go do it. But it's not right. You shouldn't be doing it. If that's what you're thinking, it's not right.
Exactly. Or what about going to the seafood buffet? You used to love getting the prime rib and the lobster, and now you're turning up going, oh, please don't give me more meat. I couldn't eat another butter lobster. That was a really bad American accent.
That was terrible. And Dave, most of our community here is American. You're going to insult them all, Dave. Come on.
I know. I'm so sorry. I should just talk like an Ocker Australian. How you going?
Yeah, there you go.
How you going?
They've heard that one.
Give me a beer.
No,
but yeah, so dissatisfaction. And you know what happens when the pain... Oh, Matt Kelly, I didn't bring my green tea.
Listen, I was actually going to bring tea in myself, and I left it in the kitchen. So
I do have my green tea.
Oh, damn it.
Yes. All right, I'm back in the game. So the point of dissatisfaction is when what used to be pleasurable becomes painful. And when that happens, you will often go and distract yourself. And Matt Kelly, in the modern age, in the new economy, there is 4 billion plus ways to distract yourself.
Yeah.
How do you distract yourself?
Well, I mean, I personally find myself, I'll pull out the Facebook. That's a killer for me, Dave. I'll be in any environment. If I'm looking for a distraction, it's immediately Facebook and Twitter. And you know what? It could be jumping on Facebook and then going to the LOP page and talking to people. And in which case, that's good. That's good because I want to do that anyway. But at the same time, if what I'm doing in my life isn't so motivational to me that I'm not like, oh man, I need to stop this to go and sort out Facebook and then come back, then maybe it's not the right thing to be doing in the first place.
Exactly. And I love your honesty, Matt Kelly. And I want to acknowledge you for your honesty there, because
I think it's a pretty common one, though. On that note, I'm not too ashamed by it, because I'll tell you what, that social media stuff is pretty addictive.
Blogs, and let me tell you,
you could be going onto news.com. It could just be something like, as simple as that. It's like, I need a distraction. Blah blah blah. News.google.com. What's going on in the world?
Who goes to CNN and watches the news 3 times in a row?
Yeah.
Some people do that.
Dave, how many times? And this is, you don't have to answer this yourself, but people, how many times have you gone to Facebook, looked at your news feed, and literally like gone to another website and immediately gone back to Facebook to see if anything's changed? Like within a minute. I know people do this all the time. I know they do. Because your immediate reaction is clickboard, clickboard, clickboard. It's like a ping pong, like bang, 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 bang. You're not actually getting anywhere. So yeah.
You know what happens? So you get the pain, you try and distract yourself with Facebook, or you might distract yourself with food or alcohol or drugs or cigarettes or anything. Once the distraction's over, the pain comes back. But guess what? It comes back even bigger.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And that leads you to the third point, which is the threshold.
I think this is quite self-explanatory here, Dave. This is that point where you're like, holy damn, this is it. This is the point. This is the line in the sand.
I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
There's usually an event that triggers it. So if you're sitting in a shit job and you're just shuffling paper and it's slowly building, the dissatisfaction is building, you've been distracting yourself, but it keeps coming back.
Yeah.
And then one day your boss comes in and gives you 795 million documents to shuffle before the day is out. That might be enough. That might be the trigger to push you over the threshold. You stand up and go, fuck that. Like, seriously, I can't take that anymore. I'm out. I'm done. I'm done. That is the threshold point. And when you hit that point, leads you to the insight. From the biggest pain...
Excuse me, Dave.
Come in. Speaking of pain, from the biggest pain, from the biggest crisis, comes the most important insight. And in that example that we just had, the insight might be, life is short, and I'm not going to spend my life this way.
Wow! Isn't that powerful? That's not come out of passion to go and do something else. It's come out of the pain of doing something that you don't want to do.
So the insight is, I must change.
Yeah.
Change is a must. I have to do something. I've had plenty of these myself, Matt Kelly. Plenty of these. When I was in corporate, and they told me that they weren't going to be flexible with my hours so that I could coach rugby, I was like, fuck that. Yeah. Like, are you freaking serious? Like, that's me. Coaching rugby is me. That's my heart and soul, 100% all in. And you're saying you can't do that? Fuck that.
That's not something Dave Thompson can handle. This is his life.
That was my... Yeah, you're telling me to not live my life?
Yeah.
No. That was the moment when change became a must. All right? And when the insight that you get, that's the truth. The insight that you get is the truth. So you might work out that this is not how I was meant to spend my life.
Yeah.
I was put here for bigger and better purposes. That's the insight that you get. That is the truth. You follow through on that truth, and that truth will set you free. It will set you free to living outrageously. And Matt Kelly, that leads us to the fifth point, and there lies the opening.
Yeah. Imagine it like a hoop in the air, like a flaming hoop, right? And there's an opportunity that's sort of flown in right near you. It's right next to you. And it's about to fly away. That is the opening. That is that point where you're like, whoa, that's the gateway. That's the portal, right? You jump through that. That's the opportunity. It's one step. It's one step. It's taking that one quick chance to make it all happen.
Dude, did you go to genius school? Because that was an amazing metaphor.
I didn't, but I'm literally imagining like a flaming ring, like coming, like literally flying along the ground, about a meter off the ground, flying right up to me, and it's like hovering around for a second, but at any time, gone.
And you know why I love it that it's flaming? Because the flames represent the fear inside all of us. When that opportunity comes past, man, hey, guess what? If you're scared of jumping through that hoop, that is completely normal. That's what everyone else in this world is scared of. They're scared of not being good enough to jump through, that they won't be loved if they jump through. Man, everyone is scared of that.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what? The person that claims their true identity, that claims their truth, they've had their insight and they claim the truth as their own, and they just go, you know what? It looks fucking scary, but I'm going to hold on to my panties and jump through anyway.
Yeah.
They are the person that claims their own identity. They're the person that claims their outrageous life. They're the person that owns their breakthrough.
Amazing.
And you know what's on the other side, Matt Kelly? You know what's on the other side, man.
Man, when you take the breakthrough, you are literally living your dream ideal life. That's it. It's that simple. It's like there's an opportunity. There's a time. It's time for a breakthrough. It's time to hit that wall that I'm at now. Find that jump over it, and man, that is just that giant land of opportunity, the giant land of all the things that you want to be there. It's you living that dream. It is you being the person you want to be and not missing these opportunities.
That's it, man. That's it. Exactly it. And you know what? My flaming ring came past for me when I was in corporate, and I jumped through it. And you know what? Best thing I ever did. Man, you know what I was like.
I know. I remember it well.
You literally would have conversations with me when I was down and depressed and could not see the end, and you're like, hold on, Dave. What is this crap? Just remember, you are Dave Thompson.
Man, I remember a very specific time. In fact, we didn't discuss talking about this story, but I'm going to tell it. So Dave and I had, I'd moved away from the street that we lived in as kids, so it'd been a couple of years since we'd really hung out. And Dave sent me a message or an email or something saying, hey, you know about web design. Can we catch up on the train home from the city one day? I was like, yeah, all right. So we caught up, and I know that I'm pretty sure you were between point 2 and 3 with that dissatisfaction, but you were getting really close to the threshold, okay? Really close. And you know how I know that? Because we sat in the train, and you're like, I want to start a web design business. This is what I want to do. And you'd literally been lawyering that day. Is lawyering a word? I just made that up. Cool. So you'd been sitting there taking your calls, giving your advice, whatever it is that you lawyers do, right? And you were sitting there and you were like, man, this isn't right. And you're like, I want to start a web design company. I want to do this. I see this opportunity. I've got the people around me to make it happen. Let's do it. And you're sitting there, man, I've never heard Dave Thompson talk about like the technicalities of HTML versus blah, blah, and it was crazy. It was a crazy talk. But Dave Thompson was like, I need to know more about this. Let's talk about it. He was at the threshold. He was at the threshold where he's like, that is it. That is that point in time. I have to change it. And I've literally seen you going through that.
And now freaking how happy am I?
Well, let's put it this way. You spent last week talking personally to Tony Robbins, and you're spending this week doing beach handball training on Bondi Beach in Sydney. I'm pretty sure you're pretty happy. Let's be honest.
Man, I'm out of my brains. By the way, I had the most amazing salad for dinner.
Well, man, what could get any better than this?
Maybe a pallet of coconut water turning up on my nan's door.
That's a good point as well. A pallet of coconut water. Okay. I can't make that happen right now, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Anyway, so back to the point, Matt Kelly. The flaming hoop goes by you, and you either hold on to your panties, see the fear, but act anyway, and you jump through. And you know what happens if you don't? You miss the opportunity. It closes up.
Yep.
The sloth engulfs you, and guess what, man? The sloth comes back even worse. It's hell on earth. It's hell on earth, man. When I was younger, when I first got into lawyering, I had a few jobs. A couple of my first jobs, I knew they were bad, man. I knew it wasn't my path. I knew it wasn't right for me. But the hoop went past. I didn't take it because I was listening to all the bullshit on the outside.
Yeah.
Hello, Kelly.
I'm good. Hang on. I thought I was good. I'll be good. I'm good.
All right. I listened. I listened to the sloth and I let the hoop go past. And so you know what it cost me? It cost me another 4 years, man. Another 4 years. What about when I was in Canada? Remember when I was in Canada many years ago and skiing my brains out on an absolutely amazing wicket and the hoop came past to stay in Canada and do all these amazing things? And you know what? I was like, nah, I'm going back to law school. Well, my flaming hoop just went past.
Yeah.
Damn. And you know what that cost me? Cost me another 3 years. Another 3 years of torture. When I could have taken that moment right then and lived outrageously on the spot. You could save yourself years, Matt Kelly, years. What is that worth to you?
It's just ridiculous that people, when you're going through that pain and when you see an opportunity, if you take the scared route, the sloth route, if you ignore it, you're literally saying, I don't want my ideal life. I don't want my ideal life.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Now that I've jumped through the hoop, you know what? You know my approach every time I see a hoop that comes past me? I think to myself, you know what, Dave? Prove to yourself that there actually are no limits. Limitation does not exist except in your brain. Limitation is a creation of the sloth.
Yeah.
Jump through that hoop, no matter how scary it looks. Get to the other side. It looks scary, but you know it's going to be awesome on the other side.
Yeah.
Create that reference point so that you can have that belief and know it in your heart and soul that there literally are no limits to your experience.
Man. Yes.
Brace, man. Hold on to your panties, jump through that hoop and brace yourself for that one extreme effort to be fully alive. Damn, man, damn. I love this. I absolutely love it. You know what? But you know what? I'm grateful for all that lawyer crap. I had to go to that place to get to this place.
Yeah.
You know, some people might still be there.
Yeah.
They might still be in that place, but guess what? They can follow now. They've got the LOP. They can follow.
Mm. Well, hey, Dave, they might have something else as well, but that is reserved for your quick tip.
Indeed. Indeed. Matt Kelly, can I... I'm pumped up, man. I'm seriously pumped. Like this... My enjoyment episode, I enjoy every episode. My enjoyment level on podcasting this episode is just through the freaking roof.
It's a bit sad we don't have video this week, Dave. Next episode we have to make that happen.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so Matt Kelly, I think we've thrown a lot in. Is it time for your quick tip?
I'll do my quick tip, Dave, and it's an easy one because I mentioned it earlier. So we talked about my rig that I've got going on here. I've got a brand new MacBook Air. I've got all this gear, right? Now, what I realized is, now that I've got this, what is stopping me from being anywhere? What is stopping me from podcasting anywhere, wherever I am? Okay, What's stopping me from creating the things that I want to create anywhere? There is literally nothing stopping me. Okay,
No.
There's literally nothing. I can go anywhere. So what you have to remember is, you don't have to be sitting in your office to make things happen. You don't have to be sitting at your desk to make things happen. You don't have to be sitting on the couch to make things happen. Grab your iPad, your iPhone, your laptop, whatever. Grab a freaking notepad, a piece of paper, and a pen, and go to nature. Go to that place that helps you, that inspires you. Okay, and take this stuff with you, because that's where your ideas will spin. That's where you'll be like, whoa, like different perspective, like unique environment, different perspective, better outcome. So my tip this week is about being a bit more mobile, being a bit more fluid with your approach. If you've sat at your desk all day, get out, move out, and go sit down outside. Go for a walk at lunchtime at the very least, but get the blood pumping, and take your work, take the task that you're completing out with you, and I think you'll get a good outcome. And on that, as I mentioned, Dave, I will be taking this whole rig to me over to the States. We're doing Austin for South by Southwest. We're going to Phoenix. There's a couple of other cities we're going to as well. If you're in the States and you want to catch up, hit us up on the Facebook or the Gmail and let us know, because, like, come on, who doesn't want to be on an episode of the LOP? Hang on now, that's a bit preemptive. I assume you all do in saying that. So if you want to be on, if you want to come down and literally sit next to me and we'll record a podcast with Dave over there in sunny Brisbane, Australia, we will do that, and that will be awesome. So Dave, that's my quick tip.
I love it, Matt Kelly. I love flexibility. That's awesome.
Yeah. I think it's really about, like, having a bit of fluidity to your approach. Instead of doing it the way you've always done it, you'll always get the same result. So why not just tweak it? I'm not saying change everything. Just go. Oh, I'm going to go outside, or I'm going to, take this into a different desk. I'm going to stand up at my desk. Whatever. Do something different to see what happens.
I love it. Okay, Matt Kelly, and to follow on from that, I'm going to bring out my quick tip. Okay,
this is the A game. Hey, Dave, have you just hit the video? What's going on?
No.
What? You sure? It's flickering on my computer here.
Oh, hello.
Dave, you've got video. What's going on?
Is it working?
I can see you. Yes, it's working. It's literally working.
Oh my god, man!
I didn't think I'd see you. It's a bit blurry, but what's going on?
All right, man. All right, I'm gonna give this a bit of a go. It's break.
I didn't expect to see you in the video, Dave. You've thrown me.
I'm gonna have to turn it off, Matt Kelly. It's not doing it.
All right. That's cool.
It's not doing it. It's not doing it, but that just means I'm going to amp it up even more, man. This quick tip. All right, so talking about flexibility, talking about trying things, talking about living your outrageous. Well, Matt Kelly, we've been talking for a number of weeks now on the LOP about we have big plans for the future, right? Big plans. And, well, you're going to get a sneak peek of the future right here. So, man, we've been having conversations along the lines of, all right, so all our podcast viewers, they're doing amazing things, right? They're creating so much for themselves, for their family, for their friends. They're moving towards this living outrageously. But you know the question that we've been asking and that I've been asking big time? How can we serve even more? How can we get even better results? How can we live even more outrageously? Because it's one thing to take the step and get to a level, right? But you stay there too soon, you're going to get satiated. You need another breakthrough. Break through the next level, and when you get there, push the bar even higher.
Excuse me.
Break through to the next level. And I've been thinking to myself, Matt Kelly, how can we push this right up for viewers? And it's going to happen, man. It's going to happen, and I'm so excited to announce it. We coming up very soon, dates to be released, program to be released. We are going to have a Living Outrageously boot camp.
Wow. My brain is like spinning here. I can only imagine what that could possibly mean, Dave. What does it mean?
Matt Kelly, this means breakthroughs of epic proportions. You give me your fears, you give me your limits, and I will give you results, because that is what it's all about. There are no limitations on an outrageous life. And for those that are serious, it's time to step up. It's time to push the bar even higher. And so we're going to have, I think it's going to be about 12 weeks, program to be advised. But the whole idea is push the limits, make the breakthroughs. You come into the Living Outrageously boot camp, you define what living outrageously is for you. We remove all limitations. You come out the other end, you jump through that hoop, and you own your breakthrough. Man, this is 12 weeks to living outrageously.
Whoa, man, head is spinning.
12 weeks, just 12 weeks. And you know what? It's not going to be for the faint-hearted, Matt Kelly. It's not for everyone, right? There's going to be an application process. Not everyone's going to get in. You're going to have to prove that you really want to be there, that you really do want to create the outrageous life for yourself.
So let me get this straight, Dave. So basically what you're saying is that you're going to give people an opportunity to come to you in like potentially a small group environment, right? tell you what their fear is. You're going to beat their fear. It's going to disappear, and they're going to live outrageously in 12 weeks.
Mate, I'm going to push them, kick them in the butt, make you do things you don't want to do. You're going to hate me at times, but you know what? The price of admission is if you can't do it, then you must do it.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm gonna be there for the viewers, there for the boot camp, the people on the boot camp, 100%. It might not be comfortable at all times. Think about any time you've done a fitness boot camp or an athletics boot camp. Sometimes you're not that happy. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's a bit uncomfortable. Sometimes you got to go shower in the change rooms when you don't really want to get your fat out. But at the other end, it's worth it. And that is what the Living Outrageously boot camp is going to be. Define what your success is. Define what your boot camp is. Unblock yourself. Samurai the sloth at every turn. And at the end, live outrageously, Matt Kelly.
Dave, man, what an opportunity.
I am so excited. I'm really, really excited about this. We're just finalising the program now. If you want an early application form, hit us up on the email, livingoutrageously@gmail.com. All right, we'll send it out to you. It will be by application.
Wow.
Mate, I am so pumped. I'm so pumped because this is an opportunity for us to take the LOP to a whole new level, right? Imagine what results people like Connor are going to get. He's currently writing stories as a result of the LOP. Well, I'm just speculating here. What's his outrageous? Well, maybe it's outrageous for him to get paid a buttload of money to write his fables. Well, guess what? If that's his outrageous, at the end of 12 weeks, don't know, not going to say anything, but if that's outrageous, that's the way he's going.
I love it. I love it. Man, I'm so glad. I'm so happy to be a part of this because I can personally attest to this in that, like, Dave's basically pushed me to my outrageous life over the past 12 months, and he's gotten me to this point, and he's doing exactly the exact same techniques that he's done for like so many other people, and he's going to share them in a boot camp environment. Man, this is like condensing, like, oh, I can't believe this. There's going to be so much action and adventure and epicness in that 12 weeks. I mean, whoa.
You know what, Matt Kelly, if people need any proof, like, I've taken you through this. You were probably the first one to go through this, really.
Yeah.
If people go searching online for Matt Kelly's first original ever YouTube video...
Oh, Dave, don't. That's still online. Don't tell them about that.
If people go and look at that and compare Matt Kelly's presentation skills to now the fact that he is a #1 podcast host, they're going to be like, what? What? Well, guess what? He jumped through the hoop.
That's a good point.
And that's what you can do too. Ah, snap.
Oh, man. I'm not that excited about you promoting that little video, Dave, but I suppose that's all part of the story, isn't it? Oh, well.
Mate, the LOP is about making shit happen. You want that outrageous life, you go get it. Give me your fears, give me your limits, and I will give you freaking results. That's what the boot camp is about.
Yeah.
It is samurai school. All right, more to come on that later, Matt Kelly. Is there anything more to say?
Listen, Dave. As we mentioned, you'll be back up in Brisbane for our next episode, won't you? You should be. When are you back up?
What's today? I've lost track, man. You know you're living outrageously when you don't even know what day it is.
It is Tuesday, David.
You know what? I literally woke up this morning and I was like, well, I can definitely smell the success. I can also smell that it's about time for a podcast.
Yeah. And a very astute point, because it was definitely overdue. So
what day is it, Matt Kelly?
It is Tuesday today.
Is it Tuesday?
It is.
Well, it is too. I didn't even know, man. How good is that?
Wow, man, what a life. You don't even need to know what day it is. All you know, the only thing you need to know is that today you have to live more outrageously than you did yesterday. And did you do that, Dave?
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. All right, man. All right, I'm gonna cut this and go eat a watermelon.
All right, Dave. So listen, Dave's gonna be back in action. I'm probably gonna have one more podcast in the studio before I head off. Like we said, if you want more information or an application form about Dave's boot camp of epic and outrageous adventureness, then flick us an email to the Gmail account, livingoutrageously@gmail.com. And don't forget, hey Dave, one quick thing.
Yes.
If you're liking the show and you haven't done it yet, and so many of you have, and we appreciate it, go. But if you haven't yet, go to iTunes.
Oh yes.
Look for the Living Outrageously podcast. Go into our podcast page and leave a review for us because it works wonders for us. So that's awesome when you do that. We really appreciate that. So if you're enjoying it, hit us up there.
Please do that. Yeah. That would be awesome.
Yep, and also, man, we talk with every single week. We talk about just the power of that little group on Facebook that are sitting there, like throwing around their ideas, talking about their outrageousness. If you're inspired by people like Tony Robbins and Tim Ferriss, they're the kind of people that our group are constantly talking about. All these new ideas, all these innovations. It's crazy. So get onto the Facebook page at facebook.com/livingoutrageously and collaborate as the big group. We've got huge plans coming and we want you to be part of the community now, so get involved.
Matt Kelly, can I say in a completely non-sexual and non-gay way that I love you?
Oh, thanks, Dave. I love you too.
I
appreciate that.
Just a feeling of love came over me.
Nice.
Anyway,
I'm glad.
I think that's a good note to end on. It has been a long episode, but it's been a good episode, Matt. Hold on. Did I just say good? I meant outrageously awesome episode.
It has been a ridiculously, awesomely, outrageous, epic, living outrageously podcast, Dave.
What number are we at? Like, it doesn't
this is
even
23.
I don't even know what day it is. How am I
23, Dave. Owning your breakthroughs.
Oh, all day, baby, all day. All right, Matt Kelly. 2 things left to say. You won't let the sloth win, will you? And if you want a boring life, go sit in a cubicle. My name's Dave Thompson. That's Matt the freaking man Kelly. And we will see you on the other side of the hoop.
Peace out, everyone.
Woo!